Hello, it's Sibu Square, and we are back with another video. What are we doing today?
The popular OnlyFans model, Samge, his mother was in a podcast recently, and she had some very harsh things to say about her daughter. Let's just check out this clip first.
Yeah.
And then you tell me what you think about it.
Kodwa angimfiseli into enhle. Those are the painful words. Angimfiseli into enhle. Angimfiseli futhi into embi. Ngimfisela into ebuhlungu. Uyayizwa ukuthi ngisho yawuzwa umehluko? Angimfiseli into embi because imbi it's like sugar coated. Ngimfisela into ebuhlungu. Ebuhlungu engamehlela. Even angashayiswa imoto. Ngifisa ukuthi noma ingamshayisa ingambulali. Ngifisa ukuthi abe humble ayekele ukuba lapha phezulu abe humble akwazi ukubona omunye umuntu akwazi ukuncenga because manje akancengi. Akwazi ukuncenga mina njengomzala kancengi. Ngimfisela ukuthi nalo mfana ahlala naye ngathi angambulala. Lo mfana ahlala naye manje. Njengoba ngisho ngithi ngimfisela into enhle uSamke. Afuthi angimfisela into embi, ngimfisela ubuhlungu bodwa the pain until azangazi ukuthi ngumama wakhe.
Thoughts?
Yeah. What I honestly want to say out of this whole situation of Samke and her mom, you can honestly, before we take sides or whatever, but you can actually see that these people are very hurt, like on both ends. Samke, her mom, and each one is reacting from a hurt that is made by the other. And secondly, it was very cringe, like watching this, because I get it, like you can be upset or whatever with someone, but when it gets to the point of like cursing them like that, that's crazy. And it's even crazier seeing that it's a parent cursing their own child. And I feel like a lot of parents kind of do this, especially because they've always been told like their word or like holds weight like in your life, because I know her saying those things, she has a strong belief that they will come true because she is the parent. So like it's kind of like uncomfortable and unsettling for me, like as a parent, to say all of those things.
So for me, in this video, I wanted to specifically speak about sex workers in particular.
Yeah.
And for me, it always made sense to me why like a sex worker or an overly promiscuous woman is doing what they're doing. And my ultimate conclusion to every time I see
they learned it from
every time I see a sex worker do what they're doing, I just be like, they're broken.
Yeah.
There's no other way you'd be doing this unless you are broken inside.
Absolutely.
So now when you see like media glamorizing sex work, glamorizing OnlyFans, and getting young girls into this industry, they're perpetuating the brokenness in women.
Yes, absolutely.
And degeneracy in society as a whole.
And sex work doesn't help the situation, because the experiences that you come across there as well break you even further. Yeah. So it doesn't even help. It's like it's you become worse off than you were when you started the whole situation. And in cases like this, we also have a lot of cases where it's like, I don't want to say it's passed down, the sex work itself, but the brokenness is usually like passed down a lot of the time. Like some kids' mom's also broken. What was going to come from that is pretty much her breaking somebody else. And the closest would be her daughter. That's why I feel like sometimes in most cases, it's the biggest curse being, the firstborn daughter of like a broken mother, because for some reason like they kind of, instead of wanting to protect you from the brokenness that they've what broke them or what they've experienced, it's almost like they kind of wish it on you as well. And I always find that to be like a crazy dynamic. I really, really find that to be a crazy dynamic. And it's something that happens a lot. So you could see like she was broken by the fact that she grew up without her mother, firstly. And her mother was killed by, a boyfriend.
Ngizengamtshela ngathi ngizohamba ngemathuneni ngiyocenta ngokhuluma noma because uthi uma wami walayeka wakwazi wathi uma wami wabulawa boyfriend yakhe. Yo way.
So that already is a sad situation. And it's like, now instead of you making sure, like, you know what, I grew up without having my mother, let me be there for my child, so my child can be, you're gonna be an absent mother a lot of the times, you know what I'm saying? You go on and be an absent mother, you go on and wish that your child gets killed by a boyfriend, that the same thing that happened to your mother, a pain that you want to inflict on another child. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's quite crazy.
So this is why in this channel we advocate a lot for two parents, stable households.
Absolutely.
Our society needs that greatly because in broken families, a lot of these things happen.
Yes.
You get overly promiscuous women and you get overly violent men.
Yes.
Those are the results of a broken family.
Absolutely.
Most of the time.
And I don't know how many times people need to say this, that a lot of the things that they're doing is because of daddy issues or mommy issues or whatever. So it's like, the only way we can stop that is if we actually start rebuilding, man, like our homes and our family structures, like, because we definitely know the benefit it has, you know, growing up in a 2-parent household and with both parents being there supporting you and loving you.
So, and I'll say this, and I've always been saying this, like, most of the social issues in the Black community is because we come from broken families.
Yes.
So, but just to get back to this situation here, she stated in the interview how everything started, how they started fighting.
Yeah.
She says that Samge saw a clip of her and her boyfriend having sex on the phone, and then things started to get funny there for some reason.
Where do you think you and Samke went wrong? According to you, what happened?
It went wrong ngesikhathi ena 12 years ebuka la amavidiyo ami nobaba kaSengeso. La yaqala khona indaba. Kodwa
after that, then they started fighting a lot and all that kind of stuff, and then she started having sex with her mother's boyfriend.
Obviously.
And the thing is eyangifika yangishaya kakhulu namanje angeze ngekhohlwe ibhlungu. Usamke be teenager. Usamke didn't know about shaving ngokumazi kwami because wayekade khona phela kuze kusuka istrike bekade isuka la istrike cishe sisuka ngoFebruary bekade khona la ngoJanuary ehamba akashefu Samke. And baba ngane yami ngamazi akazwani ke with any hair emzimbeni akazwani. Mina always I'm shaving for him. Yabona usamke mefika ufika ne shaving entsha. Kimina that was
the confirmation.
Yes,
that was a confirmation ukuthi how ushavile.
So Samke has a history of like sleeping with men and in her immediate families, whatever. Like she has a child with her sister's ex-boyfriend, and she slept with her mother's boyfriend. You know, so she has that history. So apparently, like according to Samke, she was like psychologically damaged by her mother growing up.
So it made her want to go have sex with people.
Yeah. So it's all the traumatic experiences that she experienced growing up, seeing her mother. Basically, she was saying her mother was also like a prostitute in some way because her mother was coming in with different men every day, all that kind of stuff like that. So she sees this growing up, and then obviously as a child, like even though you know it's wrong, you want to emulate your parents.
Absolutely.
Like you emulate your parents.
Absolutely.
So her mother was doing sex work, according to Samke. She was doing sex work. And then now that when she became a teenager, and then she started like, so now when she was a teenager, and then she was able to start having sex.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
She already started on a wrong footing. Like your what you know of sex is this, like, you know, being promiscuous and changing partners and things like that. Like, it's okay. You see, people think teaching a child is what you're telling them to do. Don't do this, but it's not. Like how you're saying, children will emulate everything you're doing. They follow the actions and not the words. And like now, when you want to start being like, no, don't do it, no, it's not right, that's too late.
It's too late.
What are you doing? You understand what I'm saying?
So they always say lead by example. That's the reason why they say that.
Absolutely.
Lead by example. Be the person you want to see in the world.
Yes.
So all of this happened like when she was a teenager. She started sleeping with men in her family as a teenager. Even fell pregnant to her ex-sister's boyfriend. And all that kind of stuff like that. The next thing that I also want to bring up is like, it must be extremely painful for a parent So what I see in Samke's mom is like she's been hurt
Yeah.
by Samke. She's been hurt by
Yes.
what she's been doing and all the things she's been saying. Like she's been hurt to the core. And in that situation, a man would have disowned her like a long time ago, like her father or whatever would have disowned her a long time ago. But as a mother, like you keep being there for her, you keep being there for her until you can't anymore.
Yeah.
You can't.
Until
and
like
now,
evidence.
all she's doing now is she's wishing the pain
Yeah.
that she feels onto her.
Absolutely.
And all in all, it's a very like disturbing situation because we're seeing it happen like live job in front of everybody.
Yes.
But we do know that coming from a broken family, you're more than likely to become a degenerate yourself. You're more than likely to become an addict.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Samke just became a sex addict and also a drug addict. At some point.
Like, yeah.
So it's like we strongly advocate for people to build good families, stable homes.
Yes.
For themselves and their children.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it's very sad. And also another message is that being an OnlyFans model or a sex worker, especially a sex worker who's working out in public, out in the open for everybody to see, it affects your immediate people around you.
Yeah.
It affects your family.
Absolutely.
It affects your friends. You know, it's embarrassing to be seen around you when people have seen you naked and people have seen you do like these things
publicly.
Online.
And that's another thing that her mom was battling with is like, I was the one that was having to defend you when, you know, people were calling you all sorts of names.
Evela laphaya ethukwa abantu bemthuka ifamily imthu bembiza ngedisgrace bemthuka umuntu obeminayi bekuyimina ngedwa.
And let's not pretend like there's no stigmas behind sex work and stuff with families. So you like put aside all the know-all and you know and but you shouldn't judge people. Those are not the realities in the families that we are growing up in. Like
and sex work should be judged. It should be.
Yeah.
Sex work should be judged.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like saying you shouldn't judge somebody for doing drugs.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Absolutely. Just because like there are people that's doing it and they want to do it doesn't make it a good thing.
For me, sex work is I don't know where this agenda came from or how it happened. Probably from in America with the whole feminist movement. But
actually make it like it's an accept.
Sex work has always been a fringe thing. It's always been like those people that couldn't make it in life, those people that were traumatized, those people that are broken.
Yeah.
Those people were doing sex work. Now everybody wants to do sex work.
Everybody.
Like it's something cool.
Like even people who don't need to.
Yeah.
And what's crazy now, just to add, I don't know, remember I showed you in the week, here was some girl posting her qualifications and actually asking somebody to help her get a job. Like she's a qualified teacher.
She destroyed her prospects by doing that.
How is that gonna happen? Like, everybody knows some gay. Everybody knows what you've done, and unfortunately, the reality of our world is that corporates do not want to associate themselves with people who are publicly sex workers. Like,
you destroyed your future prospects.
Yes.
You destroyed being employable.
Once you've taken that route, you've kind of taken that route.
Yeah, you have to stick by it.
I'll be very shocked. Like, honestly, I'll bite my tongue, but I'll be very shocked if she does get hired by a company. And I'm not wishing that she doesn't, but the reality of the situation is that it doesn't quite work like that. When you want to step out of sex work now, you can't decide you want to become a teacher now. You can't decide, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Nah, she's become unemployable, and that's on her. Like, people need to understand that once you get into this line of work and you make it public, it's shy for you. Like, it's done.
And you just have to see it through. You just have to. That's just.
You're just gonna have to accept that this is gonna be the thing you're gonna be doing for the rest of your life. Unfortunately, like your parents, if you believe in like especially religion, Bible specifically, your parent does have that power in the words that they say.
Absolutely.
And that's why parents' blessing is so important.
Absolutely.
If a parent blesses you, then you will.
There are people who don't even get married, who don't do anything because they didn't get their parents' blessing.
So if a parent blesses you, your life will tend to be more prosperous.
Absolutely.
And even in the Bible, there's a commandment that says you should honor your mother,
Your mother and father.
yeah.
Even if you don't agree with them, or like
your
you
parents.
you don't see them as anything, honor them. Honor them.
So it's a very bad thing to see a parent wish the worst in you. Like she wishes the worst. She sees you as an enemy.
The worst case scenario that can happen to you, let it happen.
She sees you as an enemy.
Death.
Pain. She doesn't want to see you succeed. She even makes a prayer where she's praying.
And she's actively praying to God that
she remains.
Like it also takes pain.
Yeah.
To get to the point of where you even feel justified to pray to God on suffering for another person.
For her suffering, and she hopes that she never prospers. She hopes that she stays like nothing.
Nothing.
She hopes that she becomes
and die in the sex working and boyfriend kill her.
She literally prays for all of that. So yeah, this is a very tragic incident, a situation, and broken families make broken people.
Yeah,
it is what it is, man.
So let's stop the cycle of broken families.
You guys let us know what you think about this whole situation.
Yeah, let us know.
Don't forget to like, subscribe,
and keep watching. Goodbye.
We'll check you guys in the next one.
Ngathi nami ke ngiyaqalekisa from today uzoba umahosha impilo yakho yonke asoze uzophumelele yonke noma ngabe ungayiphathi imali ayisoze sikusize ngalutho iyovisa nephele phambi kaNkuluNkulu ngiyakubopha ngegama lika Jesu elinamandla asoze ukubiyeka ubuhosha uyohosha ngisho ungasafuni.